I am Ritik pursuing BBA third year from Sanatan Dharma College, Ambala Kent. So guys, today I like to present my presentation is on flow production. So before start the presentation, I like to show some contents of my slide. So here are some contents. So first we know what is flow production. Advantages of flow production. Disadvantages of flow production. Types of flow production. Flow production are divided into three types. First, mass production. Second, process production. And third, assembly line. And at the end of the presentation, we will conclude the flow production. So, without wasting any time, we will move on our first slide. What is flow production? Flow production is the continuous movement of an item through each stage of production, often along with the conveying belt or an assembly line. Individual jobs are done in a sequences, also known as mass or a line production. The process involves the manufacturing of the large volume of identical and standardized product. Means in a flow production there is a continuous movement of a work in a regular basis for meet the demand of the consumer. The flow production requires large amount of capital for setup. In the flow production we use more machineries or technology, for example conveying belt, assembly line, etc. For that the work will be done in a stage basis or in a systematical manner. So let's move on a second slide. Advantages of flow production. So advantages of flow production, my first point is goods are produced in bulk. Means in the flow production there have manufacturing mass amount of similar product. So all the products are divided into a bulk basis. So my second point is goods are produced cheaply. In the flow production there have manufacturing mass amount of product, so the cost of production will be reduced and the less wastage of the raw material, so the goods are produced very cheaply. Time save. In the flow production there is a continuous movement of a raw material to mend the finished product for the help of a conveying belt or assembly line. So in a seconds or a minutes we were produce thousands of products, so it will save the time of the producer. Last point is flow of material can be continued. There are continued movement of a raw material to mend the finished product, so the continuous movement of a raw material were used. So let's move on our third slide. Disadvantages of flow production. My first point is may not be high quality. Means the goods are produced are very large amount and cheap in a price, so the quality of the goods are reduced. Second point is work find repetitive. Workers find work repetitive or boring. Means in the flow production the worker do same type of work in a continuous basis or a daily routine. They have no any innovation or creativity of a work, so he start feel bored, so the workers start feel boring. My third point is worker do not feel motivated. In the flow production there have no creativity or innovation in the work process, so the workers are feel demotivated because in the flow production the workers do not easily get promoted. High setup cost. Flow production required large amount of capital and turnover for set up the industry. Only the big and the reputed company or a firm are set up these types of industries. So let's move on the types of the flow production. There are three types of flow production: mass production, process production and assembly line. Mass production. In the mass production, as the name knows that, mass means largely quantity. Large quantity of similar products are produced with the help of an assembly line or an automatic technology. Mass production is a manufacturing of a large quantity of a standardized product, often using an assembly line or a automatic technology. Mass production facilities the efficient products of a large number of similar products. Second, process production, a system of production in which the product passes through several processes or stages of production which are operated on a continuous basis. For example, oil refining, petrochemical plants where the process involves a liquid or a semi-solid material. Means in the process of production, the products are based on a stage basis in which there have stage are divided into a amount of a raw material into a finished product. Assembly line means an assembly line is a manufacturing process in which parts are added as a semi-finished assembly moves from a workstation to workstation where the parts is added in a sequences until the final or a finished product is produced. In a assembly line, there were semi-finished raw material moved from the workstation to workstation as a sequence until a finished or a final product will be produced. At last, we will conclude the flow production. Flow production are used by the big or repetitive firms or companies which need to produce in a bulk quantity. For example, soft drinks, soaps, etc. Products in bulk are required as they need to balance the demand towards the product. Thank you for watching my video.